Well, there we go. We are live. Okay.
All right,
I
he
have
didn't
not.
get.
I have not. I have not hoodwinked you this time.
Yeah, he didn't get me doing my nails this week. Hey, I'm bright eyed and bushy tailed today.
Well, I was going to say, have you managed to pop across and see Brendan today?
No, I don't know if you know, but the visitations are canceled.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that because of
seven.
COVID?
Yeah, 17 to 20 guards. 17 to 20 guards got it.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, so what are you drinking today? I'm drinking a little Seagram's wine cooler. What about you? Oh, I gotta
I'm
turn my
drinking.
sound down. Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll, I'll, I'll,
I bet you
I'll
your
show. I'll
al-
show.
I bet you
Show
your
you.
alcohol contents is higher than mine. The dog, Mr. President.
It is. It's something like 9.2%.
Oh,
But it
okay.
is. It is really tasty. Really, really tasty
Nine
stuff.
9.2, Chris.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think our beer around here is like 4 or 5.
No, it's not. I've drank some of your Wisconsin beer. I've got absolutely legless at the Manitowoc Rally at the Rally House,
Yeah,
and I tell you, some of the beer there was a lot cheaper than here in Scotland,
yeah,
and it was
but did it
very
taste
very.
but did it taste just as good though?
It tastes absolutely superb.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
thanks.
in the Rally House, it was superb. I mean that was just a tremendous weekend. Although obviously you're sort of tempered by the fact that you're there for a very solemn reason. The fact is that we're making contact, across the world.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
meeting yourself. I'm meeting the dude, Stacy, Mark, all the other supporters from Australia, like Penelope Muldoon, and all the great supporters in America. Um, looking back on the people that you meet, Carla, Stacy, as in Carla's husband, and then looking back on all the people that we met, it was just fantastic. And I've got names on the tip of my tongue, and I'm,
yeah. I know. Yeah. I call that a
uh,
brain. I call that a brain fart.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like
What?
like like some Rick,
Yeah. Like when
Rick Marler.
Mark Hardknot came down for the first time.
Yeah,
He was sitting here the other year by our house in the back at a campfire, for God's sakes.
yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about deer. He was talking about kangaroos, and not the kangaroo bop. Well, yeah, because I had a Saturn and I hit a deer with it, and it went over and it died. Well, he says you don't want to do that where he's from because the kangaroo might get up and bop you one. So what are we
Aye.
talking? Are we talking about the kangaroo bop or what?
Well, exactly. I mean, over there in Australia, they get up to some pretty. Oi, Luna, stop it! Do you know I've got this new puppy?
Yeah, I seen it.
She is wild. She's Luna. Luna, come here. Luna.
I got one of mine here laying beside me. He's really quiet.
That's brilliant if you can get them to lay beside you, but I
Yeah,
can't get
yeah. Oh,
Jock's away cooling down somewhere else, but Luna is just like loopy.
oh. By the way, hi everybody in the chat. They're saying hi, everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
might as
yeah.
well include them all. We love you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but my dogs, they can get rough too once in a while. But no, they got their beds on the side of me when I'm down here. I'm in a Dassey man cave right now, and I got Bear. He's laying down there. Ah, yeah, maybe I'll pick up my thing and I'll show you a little bit.
Go on then. Another dog called Bear.
Yeah, is he in there? Can you see him? Maybe I'm
Hold on,
not shining it.
hold on a sec.
Maybe I'm
Hold
not
on,
shining it right here.
hold on. Let's do that.
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh
standing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I apologize. I got my curtain down in the back. I was cleaning, and you notice the Scotland flag and that isn't there. I really apologize for that because I didn't know I was going to go on live. So I figured I had to. I'm down here doing a massive cleaning. and I usually have the thing hanging up in the back. If you want to give me a second, I'll put it back up. You
No
know what I'm
worries.
talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Oi, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Luna, Luna. Oi, come on, Luna. Come here.
I guess dogs these days. Maybe while he's doing that, maybe while he's doing that, I'm going to put my curtain back up because I don't want everybody to see all my mess in the back here.
Sorry about that. Well, there you go. You're putting the flag back up, are you?
Okay, I just got the curtain back up for you. I didn't want to show you any disrespect. Okay, does that look good now?
Well, I do apologise. I had to disappear because Luna had done something that I wasn't expecting.
Okay.
Right on the carpet there, so I had to
Well,
remove it very, very quickly.
I figured since you disappear, I'd do the same thing. You know.
Well, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to say I've not spoken with you live for a while.
I know
Really,
it's been a while, Chris.
really disappointing the
Yeah.
Packers.
Yeah, I know.
It's I mean, and it's a little bit like Steve's case, how all of a sudden it got shut down by the Court of Appeals and the Packers got shut down by San Francisco 49ers. I mean, obviously we wish the 49ers all the best of luck going forward.
Oh yeah.
To come there and win was fantastic. But
I'm going for the Rams because
right.
San Francisco whipped their butts one year, so I figured I'd like to see the Rams going.
Yeah, I can't help thinking though that for the 49ers to go to Green Bay and win, that must give them huge confidence.
Yeah. I think what it was is that we had that week off, and I think they kind of took it as like, oh, San Francisco is a warm team. So when they come down and go down to Two Rivers, I don't know, was it 10 degrees or something?
Yeah.
And they just got used to it, and they just played better ball. We just fell apart. That's all it was.
Yep. Can we cut to the chase, as it were? I would have to say that following this case, I remember not long after Making a Murderer came out, Steve actually writing a letter criticising the lawyers, Dean and Jerry.
Yeah.
And I thought, I have full sympathy for Steve. It's like if you're in his situation, what on earth can you do to try and alleviate it? You will lash out at anybody and everybody, and I mean, and dare I say it, you probably know a little bit about the history about him and Laurie, and some of the letters that he wrote that were, do we take them seriously? I don't think so. I don't think you take those letters seriously. It's like that is just somebody in an absolutely awful, desperate situation. That.
I think he's just letting out his anger.
Yeah, and I also think that the latest letters that he's we had the privilege of Sandra Greenman posted on various Facebook groups. Very, very, very revealing to me. I got the sense that once again, in the situation where Steve is, he's got to try anything and everything. It was just bizarre. I would have to say that yes, unfortunately, when it comes to Bobby, there are certain questions that need to be answered by him under oath. But other than that,
I mean, Brendan's enough. They pulled him in, but Bobby too.
Yeah,
I just
but
don't get it. What is it? It rains for the
well, it's
Dassey.
it's it's it's
It
it's
rains
it's
for the Dassey
motives.
group, or what?
Yeah, but it's motive. I don't see.
Yeah.
I if if Bobby did it, okay. Let's hypothetically say Bobby did it.
Okay.
What was his motive?
I don't know. Once
You
he
know,
gets, I don't
what's
get it.
his what is his motive compared with Thomas Kasurek and Dennis Vogel?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I
and then the thing is, why now? I mean, it happened so long ago. All of a sudden now he's all of a sudden dragged into this. I don't get it.
well, yeah, it's. I suppose one would have to look back at the history of all these wrongful conviction cases. They often take a long time to unfold. Um, but from my point of view, I get the fact that you've got to leave no stone unturned. You have to go and look at everything about this case.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
definitely.
know, if there's going to be people being questioned. What I did find interesting, as I say, was that when you look at Steve's sort of letter to his supporters, I don't see any mention of Pete Dassey and Laurie. You
And
know,
what do you? I don't know
when
what
you
you're trying to get. What are you trying to get at? I don't. I'm not
well,
following.
I don't, as you say, as you say, Steve got in touch with you a while back, didn't he? You were telling us that he got in touch with you.
Yeah, in the first place,
Looking
in the,
for the.
yeah, in the first place, I thought it was a call from Brendan because
Mm,
he's in the kind of same facility, so it's set up the same way.
yeah,
Press 5 when you call, and I'm thinking, why the hell is he calling me on a Tuesday? So I hit the button, and here it was with Steve, and it just
yeah,
took me by surprise.
yeah,
We
yeah,
did get along. He told me all I wanted to know, and
yeah,
he didn't have no part of it at all. So
yeah, 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 yeah. It's I, as I say, I have to take stuff that we see that he's written with unfortunately that pinch of salt that says when you're in that situation, you know, um, you really are trying to do anything you can to get out of it. But also, I also got the sense that his sort of mind has been. How can I put this? He's listened to so many different points of view. Because of Making a Murderer, there's been so many people get in touch with him. He must be really, really sort of going round in circles as to what the hell's going on.
oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, how does Brendan cope with where he is? I mean,
I
it's
I don't know. I ask him, and every time, well, when I was visiting him, he he was striking me as he's doing really good. I don't know what it's like behind the scenes. Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
what it's going to be like behind the scenes, but when he came out by me, it seemed like he was in good spirits, and he was ready to whip my butt in cards and everything. So he didn't show anything, and I don't know.
yeah. I mean, is that a? I know this is an awful question, but is that a case of Brendan wants to put on a good face because Dad's coming to see him, or is that how he really is all
Um,
the time?
I don't know. Hey, you got a good question there. Everything's a good question.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
not everything's a good question.
No,
Why
but I
did the
mean,
Packers lose?
but yeah, I know. Dumb. They fell apart. They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have had. They shouldn't have had that break. That makes
Mm,
me wonder if they didn't have that break, if they would have. Well, anyways, to make a long story very short, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Maybe he is putting on a face when he sees me. I don't know. And then when he goes back, he's putting. I don't know. If I asked him,
yeah.
he wouldn't probably tell me anyways.
I mean,
I can imagine it. It downgrades him a lot for being in there because he has to do
no.
this, he has to do this, has to do that, and he has to be somewhere or whatever. and they get strip searched all the time. I don't want anybody fooling around my parts, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just awful that Brendan. You know, people have looked at Steve's past, they've seen this sort of slightly wild, youngster growing up in Manitrock,
Yeah,
and when you compare that with Brendan, who I mean, apparently he would like sort of faint at the sight of an animal being killed.
yeah, yeah,
And you
yeah,
compare the dichotomy of that with you know the guilters have said, oh, look at Steve, he threw the cat on the bonfire and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, well, okay, but that doesn't make him a killer. But when you look at somebody like Brendan, who is just
yeah.
like the epitome of a peace loving individual.
But
It must
let me rewind here.
sure.
Steve really didn't throw the cat
Mm,
on the fire. His best friend did, so he took the rap. You got to
yeah.
rewind there and tell the right story, not the one everybody else is saying.
Well, that's one of
Okay,
the
okay, yeah, yeah,
one of the great things of
yeah,
having you to come
yeah,
and come and tell us about that. It's
yeah.
as you say, it's just it's just absolutely awful. I am so I apologise. I've been really wrapped up in the
Oh yeah, meetings and
the
everything. Yeah.
meetings and the dogs and all that kind of stuff. Um, so just one second.
I got a question from
If you can take
Shane.
Luna up, that would be great.
Shane, I
Cheers,
talked to
sir.
Bobby. I got a question from Shane. I got a
Yes.
question from Shane. When was the last time I talked to Bobby? I talked to him at Christmas time.
Yeah. And how's he doing?
Really good. He's got a nice family going there, and yeah, of course they hang out by their ma. They don't hang out with me, but everybody's got their
Sure.
own family. Yeah, everybody's got their own family, and they're happy.
I was going to say it's certainly for the likes of you and Steve, it's kind of a close knit family, if you like, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you mean you're talking? Okay, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. It's very close knit, but it's nice. It's nice that everybody is so close. Look, if I mean, look, I'm going to come out and say
Well,
if
go ahead,
Bob
Paul.
if Bobby if Bobby
Okay.
has anything to if Bobby was responsible for the murder of Teresa, it wasn't him by himself, and it wasn't him acting, out of his own volition. You've only got to look at Kenneth Peterson
Yeah.
saying, if we wanted to get rid of Steve, it would be easier to kill him than to frame him. I mean, come on, that's just
Yeah.
you know
That's just
that tells you everything. And hi Bob, nice to see you in the chat there. And Pete, I can tell that you're busy reading Bob's
I
message, which
just
is
got
absolutely fine. So listen,
I
I'm gonna.
I just got a text from Barb because Brendan usually calls me today.
Yeah.
And by you, you're. But if he calls, I mean, I can always let the wife get it. I mean, he doesn't really talk to her much, so I mean, But yeah, it's just Barb. She sent me something, and you know,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, that, as I've said all along, right? If Bob is involved, it wasn't. I can't see how it was him that wanted to be involved.
okay,
If he is, and Bob, you're saying, Bobby is innocent.
yeah,
That's fine.
and and he's
And
carrying just like everybody, and yeah, I just don't understand it. I mean, I have enough with
and
Brendan. I have enough with Brendan being in there, now with Bobby too. I
but
don't.
but that's the point, isn't it? Because for me, it's so obvious the fact that when you've got Sheriff Peterson saying, Kenneth Peterson saying it would be easier to kill than to
Yeah.
frame Steve, you realise that there is a sheriff's department that is capable of doing anything. You know, they can arrange for Teresa Halbach to disappear. They can do anything they like. They are the law in that area of Wisconsin, and if they decide that that's going to happen, that can happen.
Yeah, but that is harsh words. They rather kill him than that's.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that's unbelievable. But that's our lovely state of Wisconsin, you know.
It's like it's a Freudian lisp, as we call it, or a Freudian slip. He's letting know what has happened discussion wise back doors, and he in no way did he intend for it to come out the way he did.
Yeah.
And he's admitting to something happening, to this these decisions being made and these conversations being had, and he didn't want it to be perceived as that. He wanted it to be perceived as, it's just ludicrous. It would be easier to kill him than to frame him, as if it's just a nonsense.
Yeah, it is.
But what he's done is he's admitted to the fact that they've had that conversation.
Okay.
And if you've had the conversation about, it would be easier to kill than to frame, then anybody that gets in the way of Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department had better watch out, because they realise the potential for the kind of damage that Sheriff's Department is going to do to anybody that stands in their way. Is the way I see it, and it's easy for me being 4,000 miles away to talk about the Sheriff's Department.
But I mean, if you want to ask anything, I'm true about everything. I mean, I probably it's been so long. There's probably a few questions people can ask me, and I'll say, really, I probably forget some of the stuff. But you remember when he went in, he was 16. He's 32 now. So
yeah.
That's many moons ago.
And that's one of the most horrifying things about this whole case is that they, the legal system do not care who they take down in this whole process.
Oh yeah, no, they don't have no feelings at all.
No, and that is the worst thing of all. Sorry, that dog is just absolutely driving me mad. Just 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And if you've got any questions to answer, you just carry on. I'll be a second.
Yeah. If anybody out there in the chat wants to ask me a question, and I'm trying to relax today a little bit, so I got a little Seagram's wine cooler. If anybody is into that, those were in our fridge. I don't even know if it's good yet, but I'm trying one. But yeah, so hey, I love everybody in the chat. There's Mary, Jinxie, Jan R, Paul, T1, and I know Paul doesn't mention you guys, but on my other show, I don't have my glass in here. On my other show, Be Brendan Brave on Friday, we always back on us guys. We always comment on everybody in the chat, so you guys feel like you're well at home, and yeah, so. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, Barb, how you doing, by the way? Anyways, I see you're on here. Yeah, I feel for you too, because Brendan never really got a chance to grow up outside, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I suppose that. Sorry, just to put a sort of.
Oh, no problem. I was just answering questions. Or telling everybody what I thought.
Yeah. Listen. Far fit be for me to sort of interrupt that.
Like Mel Billy says, good vibes.
Yeah.
Hi, Mel Billy, by the way.
Absolutely.
There's Linda. Linda's in here.
Oh, yeah.
On our show on Friday, we always comment on the people in in the comments there, we always welcome everybody in there, so they're like part of the family, you know. So I just took over and welcomed everybody, so you don't have to do anything. Just kidding.
That's the thing, isn't it? After a year and a bit of doing these, I can trust you. I can get you to host this yourself,
Oh my
can't
god,
I?
me the host?
Exactly. I mean, that's you.
You
I,
mean
I, I,
you're talking about the moose hosting a show?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but way back, 2016, something like that. I actually sent you a message to say, Pete, you know, try and raise your profile. Come forward and
Yeah.
be,
No, I think I'll just stay.
be more.
I'll just stay here and graze out in the field.
I
No, I'm just kidding.
Pete,
Okay, yeah, I know.
you're absolutely brilliant, absolutely
Yes,
brilliant.
I know. Yes, I know.
It's it's just great. But what I was going to ask you, of your of
Linda's
your
Linda's got it. You're a YouTube star. Yeah, sure, Linda. I know. Okay.
hey, absolutely,
Oh, am I
of
turning
the
5 shades of red here? I don't think so. I don't know. But anyways, okay, Paul, go ahead.
yeah, you're okay, you're absolutely okay.
Okay, but
I
you
was, I
didn't
was
get me with the lot. You didn't get me with the fingernails bit today. So
I didn't. I'm going to have to work on something new. But but but
yeah,
anyway,
after you
of
embarrassed me last time, I'm not letting that happen again.
I
But
mean
I mean, it
of
was embarrassed the nice way. I mean, I took it the right way.
yes, yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was funny because I'm going like this, and I'm taking my fingernail clippers like this and going like this, and he's got me on the thing, and it's a big picture, and I'm going like this, and I'm going, well, what's going on? And then I look up in the corner here, the left hand corner, like now we've been live for about 26 minutes or so, and I never
yeah,
even looked up there, and he never
yeah.
even,
No, there
you
you
know,
go.
yeah.
You know,
See what our other show at the Becca and Linda and me, we got like a little thing we start at the beginning, and then after it's done, then we go automatically live. So I'm kind of used to that, but that's okay.
yeah.
I mean, you're okay too.
But Pete,
Yeah, yeah.
we're not like the girls, are we?
Oh no, I don't want to get in trouble
we
now.
we're not like the girls, are we?
Yeah.
But what I was going to ask is, I and obviously I think we've mentioned this before, but you and Brendan are so similar. I mean,
Oh yeah,
of
yeah.
all the boys, is Brendan the one that's most similar to you, or would you how would you sort of
Uh,
categorize your sons,
I would, yeah,
as
I
being
would say,
close to
yeah,
you?
I would say, yeah, he would be
Yeah,
there's a similarity with the other ones too, but I would say Brendan would be the closest.
yeah, and maybe this is an unfair question because
Well, shoot,
Barb's in the
anyways.
because
Because Barb's
Barb's
in the
in the
chat. Okay.
chat. But who would be the closest to Barb? Say.
I don't know. Maybe she'll answer you. I don't know. I don't
I mean
know.
that would be
I asked her a question before. I asked her how she was doing, and she said she's getting better. So she answered me. Let's see if she can answer you.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, Bobby.
I
Okay. She thinks Bobby's just like me too. Yeah, there's probably, but I think Brendan's more. Brendan's more, but Paul wants to know, Barb, who's looking closer to your side, right? If I got it
yeah
right.
yeah yeah yeah
Okay.
yeah. Listen, it's it's just a terrible situation. Like I said right at the beginning, if and we despite the letter from Steve, which kind of has a dig at so many different people, his brothers, and family and stuff. It's like it's a little bit like that letter that he wrote just after Kathleen Zellner came on board, whereby he's criticising Dean and Jerry, and Dean and Jerry take it from the point of view that that they realise that is all that Steve can do because of where he is, He's
Yeah.
very limited in his
Yeah.
options, So I get that. It's just
Yeah. What can you?
if Bobby is involved in the disappearance of Teresa, it's certainly not him organising it. I don't believe that for one moment. If he's been dragged into something,
Oh, you mean if he does have anything, he
if
was
he's
actually
been
he was
dragged
actually
dragged
dragged
into it,
into it. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be based on others, and particularly the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department assassination unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
But I
know,
still I still don't believe it though.
yeah.
I don't believe it. You know.
I mean, the bizarre thing, of course, is that when Making a Murder first came out, you had a lot of people speculating as to what was going on, and based just on what was shown in the documentary.
Yeah.
The fact that you've got Bobby and Mr. Taddick alibying one another. The sort of armchair sleuths. They're just
Yeah.
going to be naturally straight in there. There's your answer.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's. I
And I
think
don't even.
I think
I
it's
mean,
far more complicated than that.
and I don't really know Scott a great deal too. I know him to a certain extent, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't even believe that he would have anything to do with this because what would be the purpose of him doing? I don't get it.
It's unless they have been coerced, threatened
Oh, that way,
by
like
the
Brendan
sheriff's
kind of a little,
department.
yeah, Brendan a
Yeah,
little bit,
you
yeah,
know, I wouldn't put anything past. The sheriff's department. They're not into this assassination unit. They don't do it themselves. No, they don't get their hands dirty. They get other people to do it for them.
yeah, I know, yeah.
You know,
That's kind of like
it's
get your bit. It's kind of like get your
yeah,
bitch to do it. Get your bitch to do it, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Hey, so you didn't see my one of my Christmas presents? Claire
Mm,
sent me for. Yeah, I think you were left
go
out.
on.
No, I think you were left out in the cold.
Oh well,
just, just kidding.
that would not be the first time, Pete. That would not be the first time.
Okay, just kidding. Okay, here's that book. I know you didn't probably see it, but
Oh,
this is
look at
what you
that!
made. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, then I'll show you a couple of the pictures inside. Yeah, this is some of them. This is some with the pictures in, and then here's what the back looks like.
He's
Awesome,
he.
awesome person right here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
awesome.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
But Pete,
Yes, yes, yes.
you are now smaller
I'm smaller. What do you
th-
mean?
than Brendan. So if you're the
Oh
moose,
yeah, yeah.
is Brendan the super moose?
I don't know. Oh my God, Paul, you really kill me, Paul. And then
And
I'll show you Brendan Starr. Uh,
we'll go for it.
Claire sent me this too.
Oh, I've seen them before. Yeah, my father-in-law has one of them. That is absolutely brilliant.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, that is
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
is what the back looks like. Not much to the back, but
yeah.
yeah, that'll go in my special pile for Brendan. Yes, Barb, I got a couple things here too that I'm holding for Brendan. So it's not just you, but my pile's a lot smaller than yours, though. So
Be careful what you say.
yeah, I know. I don't want to step on anybody in the wrong way.
No, I was sorry. No, I'm going to retract any. Going to get rid of those thoughts. They've
Okay.
gone. They've gone. Okay. Listen, Pete. any idea when you might get the chance to see Brendan again?
He says they might revise the program. I think he says. I think he said. Okay. I'm just reading somebody's. I think he
Yeah,
said.
no, you're okay.
I think he
Eh,
said February. I think he said February. I don't know, 7th or so. Something in February. They're going to redo it and then see what happens after that.
and I mean, obviously, you get phone calls from him anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was supposed to get one today, but that's what Barb was texting me about. He's got things going on. He can't use the phone today, so I got to scratch one today. But
Oh,
he
that's a
did. He
shame.
did. Yeah, he did call me Wednesday though. He was doing really
Oh,
good.
good, good,
So.
good.
Yeah.
So listen, Pete. You're an absolute YouTube star. You are going to have
I'm
to.
not. You're not. You guys are not going to see my red face. Here's my face now. Uh, yeah.
You are going to host your own channel
Yeah.
soon. You
Really.
know.
Yeah. Okay. I know
Yeah.
everybody. I know everybody loves me. I know that. So.
Exactly. Exactly.
You should have seen I blew him away on Sharon's channel. It was kind of funny.
Well, listen. You just blow
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
away.
But not.
You are
That's just.
you
Yeah,
are the
that's just
moose.
me. Yeah, that's just me.
There is a moose loose about this hoose.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And Bob, many thanks for joining in on the chat.
Yeah.
Shall we just give a shout out to everybody that is on the chat here? And
Yeah. Why don't you take it
we've
over,
got
Paul?
we've got checking convictions. That's
Yeah.
Linda. We've got
Yeah.
Bob. We've got Mose Call and C O'Brien. Let's see what else. Who else? Mary. Hi there. Dark Side of the Moon. Well, Dark Side is absolute legend and being
Yeah.
a Mystic Jinx.
Dark
Mystic
side's
Jinx,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Dark side's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jen R. And let's see. I'm really having to be careful here, so
Yes, Barb.
I don't miss anybody
Yes,
in the.
Barb.
Oh,
Yes, I'm with Barb.
tell
By
you
the way.
tell you who's there is T1. T1 has been an absolute legend in this community. So many thanks, T1, for joining us. And Millbilly, absolutely
Yeah, I
fantastic.
wish he'd come back on with us. He was a ball y'all.
Yeah. Paul Ward.
Yeah.
We got Paul Ward, Mystic Jinx, Jen R, Darkside,
Yeah.
Shane Henry. Fantastic having you all here.
Yeah. Yeah, we love all you guys. We always like your support for being here, and
Yeah, and I mean, obviously there are people there who are watching and listening, who don't necessarily add a comment, and that's fine. Just have a listen to me and Pete havering on, but
yeah. Well, you don't want anybody. You put the link out there, so you invite somebody to come in, and they all check it out. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. So anyway, what's the weather like with you over there in
Hey,
Two Rivers?
we got some sun finally. Probably in the 20s, but it don't feel like it. The other day, Christ, I was wondering if my car was going. We had like 4 and then 10 below with the wind chill. They were turning over slow. But yeah, it's been up and down. It's supposed to go up again a little bit this week, and then at the end of the week, it's supposed to go down. Them Canada cold fronts, they come through, and then they hit us really bad. Yeah.
I saw a thing on. I think it was only in Two Rivers. It was a picture of the pier with the lighthouse, covered with ice.
Yeah.
And
If you saw that,
bloody hell, that is cold.
If you saw that on my page, I think I put that on my page. When they got Two Rivers updates, I always throw something out there, so in case
I think
everybody else that sees it, yeah. That's something. And even the icebergs out there, when the icebergs get high, they when the icebergs get high, the water keeps hitting the water keeps hitting on them, and then it makes them bigger. That's the same. That's the same thing with the pier.
You get
Yeah,
icebergs.
yeah. When the waves wash against the sand and it's really cold, it starts out as ice. It builds up with ice, and then it
Wow.
keeps on continuing. Sometimes they go like 2 or 3 feet high. So
Wow.
I don't know, when I was growing up, that's all they call them is icebergs. So they keep growing bigger, and then
Wow.
this was with the this is our tower on our pier, and this is the back side of the tower. If you want to take a look at that.
Yes. Let me just do that. Let me just do that.
Oh, okay. This is the back side of the tower.
Wow.
That's from all the water splashing up on there and freezing.
Yep.
You could never say that looks like a tower.
No, it's just
I think
pure ice, isn't it?
if you like to, it kind of reminds me of a big cousin It from Adam's Family, and he's froze. Hey, I got you, Paul. I got you laughing. You ever watch that show, Adam's Family? Yeah, cousin It. Doesn't it look like a big cousin It on with ice? Yeah, I read it. Got Paul. All right.
Listen, pal, I better shoot off because there's a couple of dogs running riot around this place.
Yeah, I can
and
imagine.
and the boss, you know who the boss is, Eunice. She's still
Yeah.
not back from the bingo, and until she does, I think there's going to be mayhem for unless I go and attend to them. But anyway,
Okay, fellas, it's really a pleasure being with you again. Yeah,
now the pleasure's all mine.
yeah, just strike me up again. I mean, it was a fast show today. You said something this morning, and I'm going, well, are we going to materialize or aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, love everybody out there. Hey, thanks for joining us. And yeah, it's that's why I'll say put. Did I get that right? Oh, did I say? Oh, I said fingernail. It's called a thumbnail, right? Did you put your advertisement on the screen?
not yet, not yet. I've yet to do a thumbnail for today. I think if you can send me that picture
Oh,
of
of cousin
the
It.
pier, the pier covered over with
Okay.
ice. If you could send
Okay.
me that, that would be
Okay.
great.
Okay. Okay.
And I can
Okay.
I can I can put live chat with Pete from freezing Wisconsin.
I know 20 below zero. Chris, that one year we had -50 for I don't know weeks on end. Man, it was really horrible. Yeah, if
That
you
is
had a beard and
ridiculous.
mustache, you didn't want to drink any water because it would freeze right on contact. I'll tell
It
you.
would do. Yeah, it
Yeah,
would,
it
wouldn't
would.
it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll send that
Yeah.
to you right after we get off the air here.
Listen, pal, it's been absolutely
Okay. Yes,
brilliant
it's been an
as
honor
usual.
too. Yes, it's been an honor every time. Yeah.
Arcade new Chuck. If you know what that means,
No, I don't think so. Are you talking your language?
it means all right just now. All right just now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Because
All
sometimes I don't understand your language. I'm sorry, but that's the way
right.
I am. But I do
Listen,
understand what
there's
I do understand what
there's
Cheerios means because I used to have them for
there,
breakfast in the morning.
there's many times when I don't understand my language, but I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least we had a good
Okay.
laugh today, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, I'm going to say cheerio to everybody
Okay.
that's joined
Yes,
us.
everybody
Thank
in the
you.
chat. Hey, everybody.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
being
much
here.
for joining us.
Carolyn,
And
Barb was even in there.
yeah.
Jen R,
Um,
Paul Ward, and
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okay, onwards and onwards, I guess, huh? You got to take care of
Yes.
your dogs, and we're
Yeah.
just gonna we're just gonna probably go out in the cold weather and do some shopping here.
Oh wow, that sounds painful and expensive.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah. It's a boy. Craig, I went to Walmart the other day. I was going to get some butt wipe, and Chris, half the shelf was gone.
Wow,
Yeah,
bloody hell!
yeah. Craig, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go to get some butt wipe?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
know. I don't
okay.
know.
Well, see you, Carol.
I don't take care of that. That's the bosses.
Okay.
department.
See you, Caroline. She said goodbye. So,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
adios. Cheerio, everybody.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Later, Gator.